Hi everybody. For those of you who haven't been with me before, my name's Janie. I'm a 41-year-old housewife. I have 3 kids. In a former life, I was a writer and a salesperson and, someone who has always been a citizen of the internet. And I've also been heavy since I was 5 years old. And I'm on a mission to find food-based solutions to obesity for people who have been morbidly obese their entire life. So I'm doing a diet a month so I can find out what diets work for people who have always been heavy and what the pros and cons are of each one of these eating plans. So come along with me. Welcome to Janie Rock Tries Diets. We're back. It's a new year. It's 2017. The last time you saw me, it was October of 2015, and a lot of developments have occurred. October 2015 was the craziest turn of events ever. So I found out I was pregnant, and my husband got reorganized out of his job the same week. So basically, life got turned upside down for us right in the middle of my diet experiment. We've moved twice to the other side of the state and then back. And so here we are, we're back in Metro Detroit, which is where we're happy and we're cool and we're glad we're back. And I have a 6-month-old baby. Her name is Evangeline and she's very beautiful. So we're really excited. She's also smart and fun, by the way. I have now 3 kids and things are rolling along. Now, I wanted to get back to my diet experiment because it was really important to me. It was something that was weighing heavily on me because I really feel like there are several different categories of overweight people, and I want to speak directly to those of you who have been heavy your whole lives. Now, if you remember my story, and I'm going to do a kind of a trailer video, I think, to introduce this channel a little better to people who haven't been here before. But, in brief, I've been heavy since I was 5 years old. I started gaining weight right out of the gate. So I really want to find out what food-based solutions will work for people like me who've been heavy their whole lives. I've gotten a lot of comments over the year or so since I stopped doing these videos, and I found out a few things. First of all, people are very married to their diet plans that have worked for them. And a lot of these people haven't been heavy their whole lives. They've, put on 30, 40 pounds as adults, and then they, latch onto a diet plan that's worked for them, and they're like evangelists for these diet plans. And if you speak ill of their diet plan, or it doesn't work for you, or it's not something that works for people who've been heavy their whole lives, they get really angry. The other thing I've learned is people love to tell you why you're fat. I actually had to kick a troll off the comment section a couple weeks ago because she was determined that people are only become morbidly obese as adults because they were victimized in some way in childhood. I know people who come from all walks of life who have been heavy their whole lives. People who had easy childhoods and hard childhoods. People who've had a lot of trauma in their background. People who've had absolutely no trauma and they're successful. Being heavy is not standard. There's no reason that everyone is heavy. But I do know that there's a special category for people who've been heavy their whole lives, have been heavy since childhood, have been heavy since they were old enough to start making their own food choices. And I really believe that there's a common thread there. And so the entire point of experimenting with trying new diets week after week was just to try and fit in as many diet selections as we possibly could. I found out though that people don't love it that I was only doing diets for 7 days. They felt like I couldn't get the, there's always some like physiological claim being made that, that diet is superior biologically for some reason, and people insisted that in 7 days I couldn't possibly get those benefits. I'm not sure that, that's always entirely accurate, but going forward, what we're going to do is I'm going to try a diet for 30 days. and I'm going to be a little less, clinical about it. I'm going to try and give you, a full picture of what goes on with that diet day to day, counting calories or counting carbs, or if we do something like a Jenny Craig or a Weight Watchers, like what the program is like. I really want to give you guys a fuller picture. Another thing I want to do is I want to annotate any diet science claims that are made either by diets, or if I tell you something that I've read, I want to give you guys an actual source down in the info, maybe in a little box in the corner, that you guys can go and read the science behind these diets, how people claim they work, whether that science actually plays out in an actual clinical setting or a research setting. I want you guys to have the answers. In this age of fact-checking everything and live fact-checking, I want to give you guys solid answers to your questions about diets and how they work and why they work and if they work. So that's where we are here now. I'm going to try each diet. I'm starting over fresh from the beginning. I'm going to try each diet for 30 days. I'm going to give you at least 4 videos a month. And then at the end, we're going to do kind of a post-mortem wrap-up, and we're going to figure out what worked and what didn't. Now, the biggest change here is if I'm losing a significant amount of weight and I feel like a diet is something I can stick with, I'm going to keep going. I'm not just going to scrap it because the 30 days are up. I would like to get as many diets in as possible over the course of 2017, but I want also to actually lose some weight and make some positive changes. One thing you have to know is after my daughter was born, my diabetes has gotten a lot worse. I was insulin dependent during that pregnancy. That's the first time that's happened to me when I've been pregnant. And after that, my body's ability to regulate its own insulin is just shot. So everything I do, I'm going to have to watch my carb intake. So my first diet is myfitnesspal. I'm going back to counting calories. Their calorie recommendations for me are in the 1700 range, 30. And I'm at probably, right around 100 grams of carbs. And you guys can follow along with me. If you're my friend on myfitnesspal, you're going to be able to see my meal logs every day. And I'm going to make all that public, my meal logs, my weigh-ins. One thing you should know is I have a back problem that just popped up about a month ago. And when I started taking ibuprofen for this back issue, I put on a lot of water weight. So if I lose a lot of water weight quickly, I wouldn't necessarily chalk it up to the myfitnesspal diet because I just quit ibuprofen. Who knew that ibuprofen can cause water weight gain in people? And I will post the source for that down in the info so you can read about that. So here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to take off again? I'm going to sort of simplify things. The last time I launched this, I launched a million social media accounts and, I wanted to sort of brand my channel, but it's going to have to be simpler because I have 3 kids now. So what we're going to do is you guys can follow me on Facebook. I'm probably not going to, friend people on Facebook, but you can definitely follow my public posts. And you can, and that's Janie Rock on Facebook. I'm Janie Rock on Instagram. A lot of you have actually found me on Instagram, sort of just out of the blue, and I've been so excited about that. So I'm Janie Rock on Instagram, and I'm going to try and post some diet-related pictures, and also Janie Rock on myfitnesspal, and on Twitter, I am not Janie, and I'll post those down in the description box as well. I hope you guys will come back on this ride with me because I am so excited to be back here doing my diet videos again. So for those of you who haven't been with me before, welcome. And for everyone else, welcome back. Welcome back to JD Rock Tries Diets. Let's do it. I know that it's very cliche for there to be a New Year's resolution, but I really feel like 2017, 2016, that was a bad one. Let's let's just put that behind us. Let's move on to 2017. This really feels like a fresh start year for me. So let's start from the beginning and let's get a do-over. Okay? A do-over for everybody. I'll see you guys on MyFitnessPal. Come and, friend me. We can chat back and forth. We'll motivate each other. And you can check out my logs, see what I'm eating. By the way, today I've already had party pizza. We're trying to clear out the holiday garbage and I ate party pizza. But you know what? I'm counting calories and I'm still on plan. So we'll see how it works out. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.